This is IGN. Coming up, the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2 includes some Nintendo characters that are really deep cuts. Welcome to your IGN Daily Update. But first, those looking forward to Bloober Team's remake of Silent Hill 2 may want to brace for jump scares, as basically the entire game is now leaked online. While Silent Hill 2 originally launched 23 years ago and Bloober Team has vowed not to change the story, there's perhaps not as much risk for spoilers as brand new games. But plenty of players will be experiencing the survival horror classic for the first time through the remake, and Silent Hill 2 plot points will be appearing on social media instead of just in wikis and playthroughs. Some fans have already received the game ahead of its October 8th release date, with physical copies seemingly shipped early once again proving the cause. The Silent Hill 2 remake is exclusive to Sony's console for 1 year, though will also launch on PC next week thanks to Bloober Team convincing publisher Konami. Xbox players will have to wait, however, and it's perhaps unlikely to come to Nintendo Switch at all. And DC Studios is leaning more into animation, announcing a new project that'll tell the origin story of two Robins. The news broke on Deadline Wednesday, with the new film, titled Dynamic Duo, being greenlit as the first joint project between DC Studios and Warner Bros. Pictures Animation. It'll follow the early days of Dick Grayson and Jason Todd. DC Studios co-CEOs James Gunn and Peter Safran will produce Dynamic Duo, as will the Batman director Matt Reeves. The Deadline report notes, however, that Dynamic Duo will not be connected to Reeves' Batman and the Penguin canon. While Dynamic Duo is the first animated film officially announced from the newly revamped DC Studios, it won't be the first animated project overall. Animated series Creature Commandos will kick off Gunn's rebooted DC universe in earnest when it premieres on Max on December 5th. Once that show premieres, the ball will officially be rolling on Gunn's Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters, the first phase of his revamped DCU. The first big screen entry will be the highly anticipated Superman, which is set for July 11th, 2025. Toad voice actor Keegan-Michael Key has spoken about the now confirmed The Super Mario Bros. Movie 2, saying it will feature some Nintendo characters that are really deep cuts. The enormously popular The Super Mario Bros. Movie features a long list of Nintendo characters, but still some were left on the table. In an interview with Men's Journal, Key said the sequel will include characters that weren't in the first film, some of which should please the most hardcore of Nintendo fans. I feel like what they've done creatively is they've really widened out the universe that these characters live in, and we're going to meet some new folks, Key said. We're going to meet some new folks that are old favorites and some folks that I think are really deep cuts. But because of the way the story is laying itself out right now, those characters are going to be very intriguing. But who? As you'd expect, Nintendo fans are already speculating about all sorts of characters who'd fit the deep cut bill, ranging from more well-known picks such as Bowser Jr. and Rosalina to Tatanga and Toadette. For now, we don't know who exactly to expect, but Key did say the second movie is a little broader in scope, and where it takes place is very intriguing lore in the Mario world. He added, they're going to find some really fantastic Easter eggs, and it's been very exciting so far. Nintendo and Illumination announced the next Super Mario Bros. Movie earlier this year with a release date of April 3rd, 2026. While not much was revealed, it was confirmed that the Super Mario Bros. Movie directors Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic will return. News of the follow-up hardly came as a surprise, given that as of July 2023, 168.1 million people had seen the film worldwide, with over $1.349 billion made at the global box office. That makes the Super Mario Bros. Movie the highest-grossing video game film of all time. Before the sequel was confirmed, Bowser voice actor Jack Black said he'd like to show off more of his vocal chops in any follow-up, as he had pitched the idea of a musical titled Bowser's Revenge. I think it should be a full musical, like what Todd Phillips is supposedly doing with Joker 2, he said. Bowser's romantic ode to Princess Peach in the Super Mario Bros. Movie became an instant hit, landing a place on the Billboard Hot 100, but Black was initially hesitant about singing in the film. He told IGN in April last year that he tries not to do too many crossovers where his characters sing, but he couldn't pass up a love song. That's your IGN Daily Update. My name is Tony Jackson, and if you want more news on your favorite games and entertainment topics, make sure to visit us at IGN.com. You can also download our free app on your phone or console, and subscribe to our weekly podcast through the podcast service of your choice.
spoken layer.